About 20 years ago, I was standing in the kitchen with my mom. Um, I remember she was standing at the stove heating up her coffee in this old banged up um, tin small pot that we had. She always drank a lot of coffee, so we didn't have a microwave, and so she would just keep reheating the coffee over and over. And just out of the blue, she said, You know, if I ever lose my mind, I swear to God, I'm just gonna throw my swimsuit on, walk into the water, and keep walking. And I stood there and said, Mom, don't say something like that. That's terrible. And she continued and said, Or, you know what? I'm just going to stop eating. I'm just going to stop eating. If I just like lose it, I'll stop eating. And I said, Well, Mom, here's the thing. If you lose your mind, you won't know to stop eating. And we both kind of chuckled. Um, a bit of a nervous laugh, and then it exited my mind. Sometimes the thing that we continually think about um, and fear is what sometimes overtakes us, is what we become. I don't want to say that my mother has become this woman who has lost her mind due to Alzheimer's, but life does take us in twists and turns. Um, and what she feared would happen came to pass. And so our family story for the last, God, I don't know, likely 15 years has been watching our mother slowly um, become different versions of herself. Um, and that's been really challenging, especially at the time for the last 15 years for her kids, but also like for my father. You can see him right behind me, over my shoulder, right? So, where am I going? Where am I pointing? That way. That's them. And so my dad was my mother's primary caregiver, and has been her primary caregiver forever. Sometimes shielding us from stories like when she hit the Honda um, in the dealer parking lot, when she got lost at a triathlon. He was her protector, and what she would later write about, her helpmate. Um, and then our family experienced another turn, and Dad got sick very suddenly, um, just last Thanksgiving, and it was something that a battle he would not win. And so I share this video with you, um, attempting to, I don't know, acknowledge how difficult it is for a family or an individual to care for one parent, and then poof, it's two. And the thing I continually think about, and that is kind of plays in my mind when I'm having really, really tough days, is that I'm always attempting, regardless of the twists and turns that life takes us on, um, I'm really trying to make the best of what's been given to me. Um, I tried to make the best when my mother no longer knew who I was, and couldn't say my name or didn't realize I'm her daughter. Uh, try to make the best when my father was diagnosed with amaurosis. Uh, tried to make the best when I decided to take family medical leave from work, to care for my father because I didn't want a stranger um, taking care of him. And And now most recently, I'm trying to make the best of being here with mom, until we get things settled. I resigned my position. I am like so many other family caregivers that just kind of had to make a tough call, and listen to my gut, um, and listen to my heart, and again, like, embrace the twists and turns, um, and make the best of what has been given to me. Um, and so I would be so honored to tell, my story, my family's story, in the hopes that others can relate to it and find strength, um, bits of joy, absolutely, and just, I don't know, strength, bits of joy, and also, to feel like through my story they can tell their story too, um, because everyone's story is so important, and all of us can learn, from each other as we go on this caregiving journey. So thank you for indulging me.